welcome to SAP Tutorials channel. So in my last video, we have seen that what is the task list master data in SAP Plant Maintenance, and we have also seen the types of task list and what are the benefits of having this task list master data. So just a quick recap is the task list is a very important master data which is mostly used in preventive maintenance business process. And there are mainly three task lists in SAP Plant Maintenance which are commonly used like equipment task list, function location task list, and the general task list. So out of these three task lists, the general task list is the most common one, which is mostly used because it is not based on any specific function location or any equipment. So that's why it is widely used. Okay. So let us proceed, and I hope you guys are doing well and you guys are finding my videos useful. So please don't forget to like, subscribe my channel, and please follow my channel for the new videos as well. So without wasting any time, let us proceed, and we'll have just a quick recap on this document which I have shared earlier. So this is your type of task list: general maintenance task list type A, and then the equipment task list type E, and then the function location task list is type T, and then the configuration general task list is A, which is the spatial task list, and then the hierarchy maintenance task list, which is type H. So these two task lists, configurable and the hierarchy one, we will see later on, right? Because these are the task lists which are not commonly used because this is totally depending on the business requirement. Okay, configurable task lists can be used widely in the aerospaces, and the hierarchy maintenance task list can be used in the railway projects as well, or railway customer. So that we will see later on, but these three are important. So we will see today how we can create these task lists in our SAP system, and how does it looks like. So before proceeding ahead with the system, let us see the steps. So access the task list creation transaction first of all. So I01 is there. We will see what is the exact T code for this equipment task list and for the general task list and the function location task list. Okay. And then you have to select the task list type. So you do not need to select the task list type, because if you are executing IS01, so automatically system will understand that it is an equipment task list. Okay. So you do not need to provide any task list type over there. Okay. So on the header data, you do have these kind of fields like plant, then the task list group, then group counter, and the description and the status. Okay, so how this group and group counter are coming, that we will see. Okay, and the status of the task list. Okay, and I think before creating this task list, I will also show you the configuration of the task list so that you guys will have this idea what is the task list group and the status kind of thing. Okay, and then under the task list, you can add multiple operations like operation number, then control keys, the work center, description, duration, unit, and components as well, which is your material master. Okay, and then you can also add sub operations if there are any, but sub operations, as I said, these are very rarely used, not used in every customer. So these are optionals, and the inspection characteristic can be utilized only when there is a calibration business process. Okay, but for normal preventive maintenance cycle, this inspection characteristics will not be utilized in any of the task lists. Okay. So before moving ahead, let us have an overview of the configuration of the task list. Okay, let us jump to the system and we will see. So SPRO is your T code, and then you have to go to plant maintenance and customer service. And under here, you have to go maintenance plans, work centers, task list, and PRTs. Okay, and then the task list. Okay, then general data, maintenance task list status. So what statuses are useful for us? So generally we are using this one, the 4 number, release general. It means once you will have this status set on the task list header, it means you are indicating the system that this task list is now ready to be used. Okay, so it can be used. All right. So you can see there are indicators like a release indicator, which is this one, and then the costing indicator. If you wanted to pull out the cost from the task list. So there's a task list costing T code as well, which we will see later on. Right now, it is not important. So for that, you can take this one and then the consistency check whether this task list is consistent or not. So that you have to check. Okay, so release for costing is your third number. Okay, so only if you wanted to utilize the task list for the costing purpose. Okay, I mean, before releasing or utilizing the task list into the preventive maintenance plans, you wanted to evaluate the costing of the task list, whatever you have created, then you can use this status and release for order. It means it will not be used for costing, it will be only used for the orders, which means you can add it to your maintenance plan and then you can create the orders from your maintenance plan. Okay, and then this is created. So if it is in created status, this task list can't be utilized in your maintenance plans. Okay, so this is one of the important configurations. And then define users for maintenance task lists. Let us see what it is. So you can see here, so there are a couple of configurations here, but the relevant for plant maintenance is 4 number, this one. Okay, so this will be your users that you have to select at the header level. Okay, so mostly in task list we do not do any configurations, we only use the standard configurations. Okay, and then the planner group you need to configure, because the planner group that you will see for the equipment or for the order is different from the planner group for this task list. So this planner group is specifically for the task list. So you can configure the planner group for the task list like planning plant and who will be your planner group, which means department. Okay, and then your description like mechanical, electrical, civil, something like that. Okay, so this is your general data. Then under the control data, you will have number ranges. Okay, so this is pretty important now. So you can see there are 3 task lists, as I said: general, equipment, and function location task list. So for every type of task list, you need to define the number ranges. Okay, so under the number ranges, you can see I have already, I mean, shared the number ranges for the equipment. Okay, and the I think other master data as well. So just the same concept you have to follow. So this is your external number range, this one, these two, second and third, and this is your first number range, which is your internal number range. Okay, so if you wanted to follow this internal number range, which means if you want system to generate automatically the number of the task list, you can use this one. Otherwise, there's another option that you can use your external number range. You can put it manually on the initial screen of the task list. Okay, and then this is A to Z. So if you wanted to follow any alphabetical order, then you can also use that as an external. So already the number ranges are defined, but in case you wanted to define your own, you can also define your own task list, own number ranges like this one. Okay, so you need to just insert the line and you can use it. You can watch my previous videos. I have already shared the equipment number ranges. So same concept you have to follow here as well. Then number ranges for the equipment task list, the same thing. Okay, you can define your own, and then the number ranges for the function location task list. Okay, so the same concept you have to follow, nothing new. All right. Then profiles with default values. So these are not that important, but I will just tell you the importance of this configuration. How does it impact? So if I will also open a screen here for the initial task lists creation. So you can see here under the user defaults, there is a profile option over here. Okay. So what is the functionality of this one? The functionality of this one is to default the fields like operation increment number will start from 0010. Okay, group will be PM. Then your currency will be like this is DEM. Okay, you can define your own currency and put here like INR, UR, Australian dollar, USD, something like that. So, but it is for the external processing, which we haven't discussed yet. So don't get confused here. Okay. So mostly these kind of things we wanted to default, then only we use this profile data. Otherwise, we do not need to use the profile data. Okay, like calculation key, unit for work. So um, this is useful here. Okay, so this is the external procurement profile for plant maintenance. Let us go to the normal one. So if I will go here, this internal process. Okay, yeah. So you can see here the unit of work is minute, sorry. Okay, and the normal duration unit is minute. So automatically this will be default to your task list operation. So you do not need to every time put it manually. So definitely this is gonna save some manual time. Okay, so this is the default value profiles, and then presetting of the free assignment of material here. Okay, so this is the BOM uses. So this is by default. We do not know, I mean, we do not disturb this configuration. So BOM uses for plant maintenance will be always 4. Okay, and then define field selection. So these are for the reports, so that we will see later once we will discuss the reports. Then the operation data, maintain control keys. So so these are the control keys, like PM01 is your control key. Okay, so that we will discuss later on. Right now, I mean, I don't see much importance of discussing the control keys right now. Once we will start the business process, then we will understand the different types of control keys. But control keys are very important to know because it can change your business process. So we will discuss during the business process execution. Okay. So kind of these configurations are there in task list. So now let us jump and we'll see how to create a task list. So I am onto this IA01 transaction code here. Okay, and you can see here this is your initial screen, and equipment number is mandatory over here. So if you are going to see this tick, kind of this tick, it means this field is mandatory, you cannot skip it. Okay, so you need to provide an equipment over here. So let us provide an equipment here only. We will uh, use the equipment list to pull out the equipment. I'm just giving the plan number. We'll pull one of the equipments over here, like hydraulic pump. We're gonna pull, and if you want, I can pull the profile as well so that you guys will see how it is getting defaulted. And I will press enter. So you can see here now the group 1, which is your internal number range. So the group 1 is your task list group number. Okay, and the group counter is 1. Okay, so when I will create a new counter, then we will discuss the importance of this group counter. Okay, and then uses for automatically it is coming from where? The profile, which we have discussed. Okay, and then you have to select your planner group who will be responsible for managing the task list. I'm just selecting any random one, but in real time it has to be specific. Okay, then maintenance strategy, that we will see later once we will discuss the maintenance plan. And you can also select the system condition. Okay, but it is not relevant here, I would say. So that's the thing. And so this is your header data. Let us go to the operation data. So you need to click here to the operation overview button. Okay, so now you can see this is very important. Okay, so you can see this is your operations screen where we do have the operation description, the work, and the unit of work, how it is getting defaulted minutes from the profile, and the number of resources. Okay, and then the overall duration. Okay, and the activity type and all those things we will discuss later on once we will see how the costs are getting determined into the order. Okay, so for an example right now I will say first inspection. Okay, and then I will say like dismantle, then assembly, and then simulation, which means to test after doing the maintenance activities. So suppose in inspection, I am just putting one resources in for inspecting, and for dismantling, I do have two resources, and for assembly also I do have two resources, and for simulation, one resource. Okay. Now, how much duration it should take? Like inspection, I would say like 30 minutes. Okay, dismantle, I would say like 60 minutes. 60 minutes assembly as well, and simulation I would say like 30 minutes. Okay, so now you can see here is your calculation key, which is also getting defaulted from your profile. Okay, so one is your calculate duration. So as we have put duration, so let us select calculate work, and once we will hit the enter button, system will automatically calculate the work. Okay, so we have to select for every two here. So now you can see the system has automatically calculated the work over here. So how the work is getting calculated? Multiplied by duration, okay, with the number of resources. So the overall work is 120 minutes if I am having two resources and the duration is 60 minutes. So the total work which has to be done is for 120 minutes because I do have two resources, okay. So this is how, and you can see activity type has been determined, but how this has been determined, so that we will see later on, okay, because costing is also an important part, so that we will see later once we will start the business process execution. Okay, so this is how you can define your task list. So now there are a couple of things more, like components, which is very important. Okay, inspection we will see once we will see the calibration process. So if suppose during the assembly I need some material, okay, so what I can do? I know that during this assembly of this operation, I need these materials for sure. So what I can do here, I can select this operation and go to the components. Okay, and you can see this is the component overview screen. Okay, so if you have BOM created, you can click component selection structure list like this one. Okay, if you have BOM, okay, so you can see here this is your BOM. Okay, under this these are the materials. So you can just select your BOM. Okay, like this one, but right now it hasn't been clear. You can see consumer type is not entered as material component. Okay, so you cannot select this one. So these are in the pink colors. Okay, so let us select this as the material. Okay, and this is your element. So you can see like this you can select. Okay, and also you can select manually if you want. So you just need to follow the plant here. So you need to provide the plant over here. Okay, so you can see here there are a lot of materials on this plant, so you just need to select. So I will be just choosing random just for the understanding. Okay, and you need to provide the quantity, how much quantity you're gonna use. Okay, and press enter. All right, so this is how you can add your components, and you can just go back and you can save it. Okay, so now you can see this task list has been created. Okay, so we can check this now into the display, go to this one, and you can easily see there are four operations that we have already defined. Okay, and if you wanted to see the header data, you can just click on the header, and you can see here the work center, the users, the planner group, and the overall status. Okay, the group counter and the description and the group and the planning plant. Okay, so now let us understand the group counter. Okay, so suppose for this particular piece of equipment, hydraulic pump only, you do have a different set of task lists as well apart from this one. Okay, so you do not need to create a different group. So under one group only, we can have group to counter 2, 3, 4, something like that. Okay, so it is the counter. So under one group, you can have a several group counters. Okay, so for an example, if I am going to create this one, okay, need to add this one. So you can see here. So automatically system is taking as a group counter 2 over here. Okay. So this is how you can create a group counter 2. So let us proceed with this one. Uh, for, I think I have missed to select the profile. So that's why you can see these values are not getting populated right now. Okay. So you will go to the operation as well. You can see the entire thing is blank. If you will compare with the first counter where we selected the profile. Okay. So I'm just taking one operation just to, I mean, get the idea how does it looks like. Okay. Provide the unit. So now let us save it now, and we'll see how does it looks like once we will have two counters for a single group. So now you can see here if you are having multiple counters for one group. Suppose for an example here for first group, number, we do have two counters. So like this, system will show you, and then you can just double click on the line item, you can get to the details. Okay, kind of this one you can see. Okay, so this is your group counter. Okay, now the T code for the task list is IA11, for function location task list, and that there is only one difference, that instead of the equipment you have to provide the function location here and nothing else. Okay, everything is same. The difference here is for general task list IA05, where we do not have any technical object. Okay, as I said earlier, that's why it is widely used, because it is not restricting you to any technical object, so you can just go ahead and just create. Okay, so like this, and everything is same. It is just that there is no technical object you have to provide. Okay, so for an example, if I will, just for the understanding, general task. Okay, planning plant is 101. Go to the operation, like housekeeping is your, I mean, common maintenance task, I would say, which is performed for every equipment. Okay, so kind of that we can put, or oiling. Oiling is also something which is common for every equipment. Okay, so kind of this you can put over here. Okay, okay, and then you can PM01. 0. So this is your work center. So as I said, control key we will see later on. Okay, so this is how you can create a general task list as well. Okay, so this is all about the task list, and there is a report that you can utilize for seeing the task list IA09. Okay, so here you can check what are the task lists that are already there. Okay, so like if you wanted to only check the general task list, you can tick general task list and it will show you all the general task lists like this one. Okay, so we created this one, first one, right? You can see here, this is coming like that one. And if you wanted to check the equipment task list and general task list, so you can tick like this one. Okay, so we have created this, you can see group counter 1 and 2. Okay, and there is a task list report as well, IA38, for which transaction code is, and here also you can tick your right. So this will show you the operations of the task list as well, you can see here. Okay, operation short text over here. So this is the difference. Okay, so but reports I'm not going into the deep, we will see it later once we will discuss the reports. Okay, so guys, that's all for the task list, and if you want I can show you the Fiori apps as well, which are available right now for the task list. So you can show these display task list, change task list, can create task list. These are not Fiori apps, these are waved in pro apps, but this find task list, maintenance task list, and find maintenance task list and operations, this is IA09 only, same as IA09, and this is same as IA38. Okay, same thing. If you can see here, if I will go here and I will select the general task list and go, so it will show you the operations here. Okay, 10, 20, something like that. Okay, same thing. And if I will select like technical object task list, then it will show this. So these are the tasks that we created recently, right? So like this one, the same. And this is like IA09 only, which is for the header. Okay, so if I will select like technical object, let's go. So like this, and you can go inside of this one to check the more details. Okay, so these are the Fiori apps which are available for the task list. Okay, so guys, this is all about the task list, but there are other things as well that we need to see in the task list. So we will see those things once we will see the preventive maintenance cycle, where we will create the maintenance plan as well. Okay. So in my section, next session, next video, I will be showing you the maintenance plan. We will discuss the different types of maintenance plans and their uses, and we'll also see how to create the maintenance plan and also the strategy as well, okay, which is very important for the maintenance tasks where multiple frequencies are getting followed. Like for an example, we are doing a weekly maintenance, monthly maintenance, yearly, half yearly, quarterly maintenance. Okay, so that we will see how to create a strategy as well. All right, guys. So see you in the next video, and please don't forget to like, subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye.